Hi, hello viewers. Welcome to the International Coaching Week 2022 Global Coaching Supervision Celebration. What a wonderful celebration to have during the International Coaching Week from 16th of May to 22nd of May 2022. We have different coaching supervisors joining from different parts of this world, which I'm really fortunate to have all of them coming together, who are talking under the themes leadership, team, environment, well-being, wellness, creativity, technology, ethics, and demos, and also free coaching supervision sessions. All these you're getting just to get to know what is this coaching supervision is about, what is the magic it's trying to create in coach's journey, and through that, what is the magic it's trying to create in the client's journey, and not just stopping there, how can it also create a ripple effect, a positive ripple effect in the system itself. So today we have one of our coaching supervisor who is going to have present to us on 22nd of May. It's none other than Claire. So Claire, how are you doing today?
I'm absolutely fabulous, really excited to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation to speak. And Anushli, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you,
You're
Claire.
really enabling people to connect with the personal, professional, the whole systemic benefits of supervision. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And without we all coming together, this is not possible. Every drop of the ocean only makes the ocean the whole. So thank you for all of you also. And I am grateful that I'm just being an instrument here. And I believe the doer is somebody else. It's just being done through me probably. So let's come to the topic about your shadow consulting. Am I right? Am I saying it correctly?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
So
So
before, tell me, who is Claire to the audience? Whoever don't know Claire, I know most of the people know Claire, but there might be some who still don't know. Let them also get to know a little bit about Claire. And what is Claire doing with shadow consulting? Say a few words around that.
okay, so I'm someone who's creative. I really like to work with others because the parts are so much more than the whole. I have a number of different hats,
Mm.
training coaches, actual coaching, especially team and board coaching, talent development expert at Qatar Foundation. I'm based in Qatar. I do a lot, and it all seems to pivot around something to do with coaching.
Mm, mm, mm. So how did shadow consulting being part of your journey? How did that emerge?
So I heard about it first. You know, when we're at that phase where we don't know what we don't know,
Yes,
I
yes.
was there and there was this word, this title, and I heard about it when I was training to be a supervisor some years back. And
Mm,
then I wanted to explore further.
mm.
And someone who really stands out in the field in terms of research in this area
Okay.
is from Holt Business School, Eric Dehan. And so I've carried on reading, I've carried on learning, attended programs, and really, in its essence, in a
Mm,
nutshell,
mm.
there are so many different titles for supervision, as far as I believe.
Okay.
You know, supervision
Mm-hmm.
is just one of them,
Mm.
and the competencies of a supervisor are resonant with shadow consulting,
Oh.
where, for example, we might observe a leader
Mm-hmm.
or a team in
Mm.
their role, BAU, business as usual, and then we feed back what we've seen, also self as instrument, what
Mm.
we're noticing in ourselves. So it's also embedded in the field of OD as well.
Mm. 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 Mm.
And there's so many different supervisors now who are supervising leaders, not just supervising coaches or team coaches or mentors. So, in that respect, this is a really important topic, and I see it as an area that it's not going away and it's going to grow even more.
Thank you for sharing that. As you were sharing this, what was emerging to me was a moment where I worked with a group of teachers who are not coaches, but I supervise them. And I did do a check-in with my trainer, to a supervision trainer, that is, I see supervision is not limited to coaches. It seems to be like it's beyond coaches. You can expand and accelerate the potential if you use supervision in different places. And he said, yeah, just play with it. Why not? And I can,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And we all know that supervision came from the field of therapy, where therapists have to have supervision to keep their license. And one dream for me is that supervision goes even more down that line. And it's just like with some professional bodies, it's a requirement. It's there now in the pilot of the ICF team
Yes,
coaching competencies, that the pilot credential. And let's hope it
exactly.
sticks in the ICF world, because we need it.
Yeah, interesting. And I was amazed when I was supervised, when I was going through my supervision training, like, why on earth did I delay to get into this? I was asking myself, why didn't I know about it before? This would have been something I could have, started somewhere even earlier than when I started. So I was so I was on bliss mode when I walked out from that. And I'm also feeling that I'm in the same state with when I hold spaces for supervision. And I know how does it work when I sit for my own supervision sessions too. So can I ask you about when it comes to this shadow consultation, uh, like what what's your wish for the field of supervision?
So definitely touching on what I just shared in terms of it being a totally go-to that isn't just needed, but all coaches, mentors, leaders experience the benefits of it. It's
Mm,
interesting initially because you mentioned about when you were working with teachers.
mm,
It's actually something in the UK and other places that head teachers have supervisors. And we obviously don't mean the word supervisor as boss. Head
uh,
teachers are supervised. It's a thing. And I see this in leadership growing and growing.
mm, mm, mm. Interesting. I'm just curious, what's happening in the here and now in this space, Claire?
So I'm also I'm a bit fidgety and itchy and sort of want to move. I think one of the things is because supervision is in such an exciting place. It feels like sparkle and energy, and so much more research and practitioner research, especially, needs to take place. One of my hats is also a co lead with AOC's, Association of Coach Supervisors, for research and outreach. And so obviously we're moving to work with the other professional bodies, and with, yes, we've got the theories, we need the research, policies, what way will this emerge in terms of it being totally embedded in professionalism? And then that piece around practice. And we can, of course, self-supervise, and there's group supervision, and there's extra competencies, I believe, required for team coach supervision. And putting all that together there, and you're holding the space here for everyone over the next couple of weeks, there is so much sharing for us all. There's so much we can all gain for the benefit of the whole field.
Yeah. As you're sharing, what is my here and now is that how comfortable are we about going through that discomfort when we sit for a supervision session? And I'm just wondering, maybe, though we know as supervisors who have become supervisors through training or have gone through a supervision experience as supervisee or as a supervisor, but still I think we have made that courageous decision to go through that discomfort or deep places, probably. And I'm just reflecting that how many coaches out there who are actually helping their clients to take them through the discomforts, are actually ready to go through their own discomforts. You understand what I mean?
I do.
The competency says be okay about not knowing. Be okay about going to these places we are not comfortable as a coach. And I also see in my mentoring or supervision sessions, coaches are really mostly they're really good at helping their clients, but when it comes to their own selves, I think they're having a challenge. And that can be a good reason for why supervision is important. And how do you think shadow consulting session that you're going to have on 22nd can make a difference to the participants?
So if someone's a coach, if they're a supervisor, if they're a leader, my aim is for people to know what it is, be able to connect with it and understand the work. And then even there'll be a sharing of some tools and techniques so that people can leave and apply it, work with it themselves. So the areas from supervision applied to this work are things such as the restorative element, the resourcing, the tools, the techniques, understanding and applying the research, and then obviously benchmarking. Where is the field and where does it need to be for the sake of the world that we want to live and work in?
Yeah. This makes me to ask this question. We are saying that we are trying to contribute for something. Are we really contributing? Or we are actually causing more harm? Like, for an example, in my country, there was a experience that I had is like some of the people were having protest against the government. And I was on the road for 2 hours without a cab because of the protest. And a lot of vehicles are on the road because there's no because of this protest. And what's happening there is we're already short of fuel, and already people are again wasting fuel standing in the queue. So are we really contributing to the system's problem, or are we really? That's a good question to ask. And I like to leave this space with all the audiences out there, just to think big, look at different ways. And if you're a supervisor, or if you're a coach or leader, whoever it is, whether you understand supervision or not, just join this space to understand what is shadow consulting, how can it contribute to you as a leader, coach, or a supervisor, and how can it contribute to the system. And I don't know why, Claire, that I'm feeling this. I like to share what I feel in the here and now. I'm just feeling that this session is a calling to create a great impact in the system. The system word is coming to my mind again and again, and I don't know why is that. And I think that might be the message that we want to leave with the audience, whoever is listening to us now, about why they should be attending to this session. What do you think about that, Claire?
So I need to acknowledge what's happening over there where you are, and your bravery and vulnerability in sharing your experience there. And it is obviously an extremely difficult time, and you're still doing this work, so thank you from all of us for that. And when you were speaking, I was thinking of one of the amazing supervisors, Robin Schuhart.
Mm-hmm.
And what he says is, for example, when there's fear, it's quite difficult for there to be love.
Mm.
And in difficult times, leaders can lead without compassion for the whole system and without open heart. It can feel quite here. So I'm wondering if some thoughts of that are also in who we can be as supervisors in complexity and in our clients' complexity as well.
Yeah, a great thought to reflect, Claire. And you just brought a great human being to this conversation, Robin, whom I admire the most, and also the topic, the love and fear.
Mm.
My heart is with you with a lot of love. And my heart is with all this audience who are listening at this moment. Just to say that we got an alarm from the system that now it's time to wrap up. Let's close this and let's continue the conversation on 22nd of May.
Really look forward to it, and thank you
Bye-bye.
once again.